Okay, today we're going to talk about browsers and the way they work. And I'm going to start with Chrome, Chrome being one of the most popular browsers. You can see here on the browser market, Chrome is about 70% of the market. The next one down is Safari, which is used widely by Mac users. Then is Microsoft Edge down here at 5%, and then everything else. So mostly we're going to talk about Chrome, but most of these work exactly the same way, so it should be pretty easy to follow. So what you're seeing on my computer is there are tabs on the top. When I switch to different tabs, I get different screens. So those are different screens I have open at the same time. And in order to get that, you can just, on mine, hit the plus button and get a new tab. So anything I delete, those windows will close up, and that's fine. And then I can hit the plus button and get a new one. So if I want to go to my any channel, let's just put on the news or something, there is the news. If I want to get rid of that tab, I can make it go away. So pretty great. If I want to save those, because tabs kind of come and go, all I have to do is drag something from my, so let's go back to news, drag this into my bookmarks. So when I have a bookmark, I can just go back to it and I don't have to search again. I can also right click it and delete it. I can also even rename it. So I can put news, for example. Now it says news. But on mine, it's I have a Mac, Control, click, delete. So I can add and delete. You can't break anything. I probably have, literally at this point, hundreds of bookmarks in my computer. But I try to keep kind of the top 10 up here, and I can move them around too. So if I want to switch positions, I just drag them around and they can switch positions. So that's how bookmarks, so there's tabs on the very top, which are open windows. Bookmarks are saving, they're kind of just like a bookmark, saving your place so you don't have to search for something again. So you can see I have a bookmark for my portal for teaching. I have a bookmark for a game that I made just because it's super cool. Have a bookmark right now for my YouTube channel, and I hope you subscribe to that, which doesn't cost anything. You just, actually, I'll show you. If you go to YouTube, and let me hit pause there, and then you just type my name, and then you can go and subscribe. So here's a picture of me, and you will see a button that says subscribe, and I can't see my own, so let me go to another person that I subscribe to. Matt Wolf, he's somebody I subscribe to. So here's his YouTube channel, and right here you can see subscribe. So I subscribed, you just press a button, and then you'll get all the notifications on any updates and things that happen in the channel. So he's somebody I learn a lot about when new AI applications come out. That's what he talks about. So again, tabs on the very top, bookmark bar, very important. Another thing in my Chrome is I do have extensions. This is an optional thing. But those extensions are things that I use. One of them is called Momentum, and it gives me the look of my browser. I'll show you. It's a extension, and I'm not necessarily recommending these. It just gives you a look on when you open your Chrome, and it's an extension that I like. And mine has a kind of thing about, it doesn't look like this. Mine looks like, it's usually pictures of sea life or something that I have on mine, but it's just a way to kind of customize your browser look. I have Adobe Acrobat on my browser so that I can open that up right away when I log into my computer. So again, and then I have a YouTube downloader to download videos. None of those are required. It's just things that I have. So browsers, one of the things that's confusing about browsers, if you're two situations where it's hard to see them. One is when you're on a Zoom meeting. Zoom kind of takes over your computer, so you have to learn to open a new window and then open up your browser so you can do things. Like you can go into ChatGPT or Microsoft Word or on the internet, so that you have a zoom kind of window, and on top of that window you have a browser. The other situation where it's hard to see your browser is when you're sharing a PowerPoint. So when you share a PowerPoint and you're in the mode where you're presenting, it's called presenter mode, it also takes over your screen. And then you can't see the other screens, so you can't open a new browser. So that's another situation where it's meant to just take over your screen because you're presenting to other people. So, but on Zoom, it's easier. You have to go up to, in your, whether you're using a Windows computer or Mac computer, you have to make a new window and then have your browser come up, and then you can go and see any tabs or any of these bookmarks. So that's how browsers work. I'm going to bring up another one called Safari. So let's see if I can do that. Okay, so now I'm going to show my Safari browser. I use the same extension called Momentum to get this look, something that I download, and I like it because I can give myself kind of notes for the day that I want to be accomplishing. So today I'm working on videos. Safari is a great browser as well. You can see it's very similar. I have a search bar. I have bookmarks. So if I wanted to, for example, drag this ChatGPT into a bookmark, I can, once I have the tab open, I can drag it down there. It's actually already in there, so I don't know if it'll do it twice, but it'll go in there. So if I wanted to do, let's say, I have my YouTube channel, and let's see, I thought I was signed in, but now all of a sudden I'm not. So let me sign into my YouTube channel. There we go. So there's my YouTube channel. If I wanted to bookmark this, I can just drag it into here, and there's YouTube. So that's pretty great. Same thing, you can take anything, right-click it, and you can edit or delete that bookmark anytime that you want to. So try that again. Right-click. I'll just delete it. So this is how I get to different applications. I save them in my bookmark, and then I can quickly get from one to the next. So you can see I'm not logged into a lot of things because I usually use Chrome. I did just log into ChatGPT. They're the same on both of my browsers, but I usually use Chrome. So I use these pretty much the same as far as the search bar, the different tabs that I have open, and bookmarks. And so I don't usually go into anything complex. This is interesting. Sometimes you get a little error, so there, I fixed that. This also has a couple of other buttons. It's a show your downloads, which is great. Chrome has that as well. So anything that you downloaded, which we're going to be doing a lot using browsers, that's where that is. Share, I can share what I'm showing here. Add a new tab, that was the same in Chrome. So there's a new tab, and I can go to another thing that if I want. Again, I'm not logged in because I don't use this browser very much. So let me go back to one that I am logged into. So logged into my YouTube, logged into ChatGPT. So they're pretty similar. So back into Chrome, just to go over everything, the bookmarks are in this row right on top of your browser. The tabs, open tabs, are on top. To see more of your bookmarks, there's usually something on the right for that. You can just scroll down. See, I've got bookmarks for forever, and that's fine. There's also in Chrome a customizing button, so I can check my downloads. I can zoom in or out. I usually never use this, but all the settings are there, as well as the menus on the top. So printing, so all kinds of shortcuts there. Opening a new window, that's super handy, if a nice little shortcut as well. In my extensions, there's also searching tabs that I've had open recently, which I usually don't use that either, but all of those are there. So the one thing of advice is I would pick one or two of these. The only reason I have two is because sometimes if I'm on a software, like my company software eduvators.net. That's where I write about AI. In fact, you're welcome to join this and do the free membership as well. But sometimes on here I'm logged in as an owner and a teacher. But if I want to log in as a student, it's hard to do that in the same browser. So I have Safari and I have a different email, and then I log in as a student. So that's a rare case where you're in some kind of software as two different types of people. That's really the only time I use more than one browser, because otherwise it's confusing, because as you saw, when you log into another browser, you may not have your passwords or be logged into the same apps, and you have to log in all over again. So if you want to do that, that's fine. I don't recommend it. So I 99% use one browser and all my passwords are there. So anything I log into, because I use this one all the time. So here's, whoops. So I meant to log into, let's see, I want to log into Claude. So if I log into Claude, it's already logged in because I use this all the time. If I want to log into ChatGPT, already there. Adobe, already there. So that's why using one browser is pretty great. So I hope that helps you a little bit on browsers, and really dive into the one that you're using, and then they do update, so you'll see a little flag once in a while to update your browser, and that's usually a security update, so that's pretty important. And then your passwords and everything should be tied to the browser that you're using.